Hello everyone. Today I am going to discuss a video compression basics and its standards. These are the some contents which I am going to discuss in a further slides, which are what is video compression, why video compression have to used, video compression standards, evaluations of a video standards. H26X X is ranging from 1, 3, 4, 5 up to 6 video standards. Comparison of H261 with MPEG, comparison of H26X and some references. First, what is a video compression? Storing a video in a less bit is known as video compression, which means after a video taken, it contains large amount of a bit data, which is difficult to store. So we have to use a compression to compress the large bit data to less bit data, which is easy to store. For a video compression, there are two methods. First one is lossless method and second one is a lossy method. The lossless method is used for a compression of text or a program, and lossy method is used for the compression of a image, video and audio. Here I am discussing a video compression. So lossy method is used for a video compression. Video compression use modern coding technique to reduce redundancy in a video data. Video compression mainly focus on a reduction of a spatial and a temporal redundancy. Major role played by temporal redundancy in a video compression. Why video compression we have to use? For example, 640 x 480 resolution, 8-bit color, 24 fps uncompressed video contains 307.2 kilobytes per image frame, 7.37 megabytes per second, 442 megabyte per minute, 26.5 gigabyte per hour. Similarly, for a 24-bit color 30 fps uncompressed video contains 921.6 kilobytes per image frame, 27.6 megabytes per second, 1.66 gigabytes per minute, 99.5 gigabytes per hour. If we have to store a 100 gigabyte disk, it takes a 1 to 4 hours of high quality video. Similarly, if we have to store a more than 100 gigabyte disk, it takes a more times of high quality video, which is difficult to communicate from a one place to another place because it requires high bandwidth capacity, which results in increasing of cost. Some keywords used in H261 are ITU. ITU stands for International Communication Union. It is an agency of a United Nations whose purpose it to coordinate telecommunication operations and services throughout the world. CIF. CIF stands for Common Intermediate Format, which is also known as FCIF, is a standardized format for the picture resolution, frame rate, color space, and color subsampling of digital video sequence used in video teleconferencing system. DPCM. DPCM stands for Differential Pulse Code Modulation, is a signal encoder that uses the baseline of pulse code modulation but adds some functionalities based on the prediction of the sample of the signal. The input can be an analog signal or a digital signal. DCT. A discrete cosine transform expresses a finite sequence of data points in terms of sum of cosine function oscillating at a different frequency. ISDN. ISDN stands for Integrated Services Digital Network. It is a set of communication standards for a simultaneous digital transmission of voice, videos, data, and other network services. Spatial redundancy. A spatial redundancy element that we duplicated within a structure such as pixel in a still image and bit pattern in a file. Temporal redundancy. Temporal redundancy pixel in a two video frames that have the same values in the same location. Motion compression. Motion compensation. Motion compensation describes a picture in terms of the transformation of a reference picture to the current picture. You can see here in a figure, the first figure is a current picture and the second picture is the reference picture. After a sampling in a column wise, first sample is referred to the second sample is known as a spatial redundancy. And the current sample with to the reference sample of a first sampling picture at the same location is known as a temporal redundancy. As we all know, video is a nothing but the continuous transformations of a pictures. After taking a video, it has a large amount of data which is passing continuously, which takes a large bit storing capacity. So we have to compensate it. Compensate means converting high bit data to a low bit data. So that's why we are using a motion compensation. Next is a data compression method. There are two types of data compression method. First one is a lossless method, which is used to compression of a text or a program, such as run length, Huffman and Lempel-Ziv. Second one is a lossy method, which is used to compress the image, video or a video. Loss of information is acceptable in a picture of a video. The reason is that our eyes and ears cannot distinguish subtle range, but the loss of information is not acceptable in a text file or a program file. For example, of a lossy methods are Joint Photographic Experts Group, that is JPEG, and a motion picture experts group such as a MPEG. Video compression standards. These are the some standards of a video compression, which is H.261, 2, 3, 3+, 3++, 4 up to a 6. Video MPEG 1, 2, 4, etc. Next is AVI. AVI stands for Audio Video Interleave. Next is the evaluations of a video standards. You can see here the different standards are placed with respect to the year and published. If you can see here, H.263 is published by ITUT in the year 1996. Similarly, MPEG-1 is published by ISO in the year 1992. Types of compression. There are two types of a compression. First one is a symmetric compression. It requires same time for encoding and decoding, used for a dialogue mode application such as teleconference. Second one is a asymmetric compression. It performed once when enough time is available to pass encoding, used for retrieval mode application. It does not require same time for encoding and decoding. Video compression standards of H.261. H.261 is a video coding standards adopted by the ITU CCITT in the year 1990. It is the most widely used international video compression standard for a video coding. H.261 is usually used in a conjunction with other control and framing standards. H.261 input image formats. There are different formats. First one is a CIF. CIF stands for a Common Intermediate Format. CIF is mainly used for high bit rate application. Second one is a QCIF. QCIF stands for Quarter Common Intermediate Format. This is 1/4 of CIF and it is mainly used for low bit rate application. Aspects ratio, temporal rates interlacking are same in the CIF and QCIF, but they differ in a chroma UV and a number of active per line. H.261 comparison, compression mode. There are mainly two compression mode. First one is intra mode. The intra mode is similar to JPEG still image compression, which is based on block by block discrete cosine transform coding technique. Second one is inter mode. In this mode, temporal prediction is employed with or without motion compression. Then the interframe prediction error is a discrete cosine transform encoded. Here we can see some features of H.261. The H.261 standard describes the video coding decoding method for a video portion of an audio visual services, which is designed for a data rates of P into 64 kilobyte per second, where P is in the range of 1 to 30. Targeted for a circuit switched network, ISDN was the communication channel considered within the framework of the standard, which defines two picture formats. CIF. CIF means Common Intermediate Format of 352 x 288. Second one is a Quarter Common Intermediate Format of 176 x 144. The H.621 encoding algorithm is a combination of inter-picture prediction to remove a temporal redundancy. Transform coding is used to remove a spatial redundancy. Motion vectors are used for a motion compensation. Comparisons of H.261 with MPEG. Advantage of H.261 based on JPEG or MPEG are it encodes only a video, but MPEG encodes both audio and video. H.261 is a lossy algorithm with compression in space and time. In terms of MPEG, it's also a lossy algorithm with compression in a space and time. In terms of H.261, it uses I and P frame, but MPEG uses I, P and B frame. H.261 uses direct cosine transform on 8 x 8 block. MPEG also uses a direct cosine transform on 8 x 8 block. H.261 best for a video with a little motion, for example video conferencing. But MPEG is designed to handle moving pictures components. H.261 optimized for a bandwidth efficiency and low delay. MPEG is a less bandwidth with less efficiency. Now we can see some applications of H.261. It is used for a video conferencing products, MS Windows Net Meeting, Audio Vision, Intel Video Phone, Internet Phone. H.261 is currently used in teleconferencing standards such as H320, 323 and H324. This is the figure for the applications of an internet phone, which is now day by day we are using common. This is the figure for a Intel video phone. This is a figure for a Intel video phone in terms of SW. Next is a H263. Initially created for a video conferencing and a video on internet. This codec was a major step towards the standardization of a video compression. In this capability for a progressive scan is better than H261. It was primarily used as a starting point for the development of MPEG that is optimized for a higher data rates. MPEG 4 Part 2 similar to the H263. It is not used to compress a video in a flash format, but it has a disadvantage that makes a fairly intensive CPU use and many may not be successful in a lower end machines. Next is a H264. This codec provides high quality encoding and decoding for a streaming video application in a real time at rates ranging from 1/4 to half to file size of a previous video formats. The file size achieved in 3 times smaller than those achieved with MPEG-2 codecs. Good quality image achieved both high and a low ratio as better picture quality than MPEG-2, 4 or a H263. MPEG-4 Part 10 and H264 are technically identical. You can see here. H264 and MPEG-2 both are identical. Next is H264 picture quality. In this figure, the quality of a picture is more or a good to the H264 as compared to the MPEG-4 or MPEG-2. It is twice more efficient than MPEG-4. It is easy to integrate and covers a wide range of image. Its disadvantages are that require more time to coding and licensing agreement are complicated. Comparisons of H26X standards. In terms of complexity, H265 standard is more complexity as compared to the standards of H264, 3 or a 1. But in terms of bit rate, H265 is less bit rate as compared to the H264, 3 and a 1. These are the some references. Thank you.